extra strength, so we gave us the power, so we he's showing out, that's why we
Yo, we are back. Episode 97. That's right, 97 on the Not the Same Podcast Sports Show. Hosted by this one word, C-Micah, and that one word over there, Mr. Rob Redeem. We're glad, gracious, and very happy to be back with you for another sports show, man. D, what's up, sis? Appreciate you always for sliding through. Mr. G, what's up, my guy? Good to see you here as well, man. Appreciate everyone for sliding through, man. But do us a solid, man. Do us a solid. If you a long time watcher of Not Saying Podcast, you know what's about to happen in T-minus 3, 4, 5 seconds. Something like that whenever my computer catch up and do what it want to do. Number one, hit that like button if you have not liked the Not the Same Podcast. Also hit the subscribe button if you have not subscribed. Go ahead and do that. And lastly, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when we are live, man, because sometimes we go live off schedule. You know what I'm saying? Michael Majors, what's up, sir?
What up, man? Just anyways, we want to give a shout out to our MTMV Sports famo. You know how it is, MTMV. They are always in the building. We want to shout out all of our famos over there. Look, we got 494. We got the red and bold. They not that bold this year though, but we got the red and bold. You know, we got Sports Talk with C. We got Pretty Girl Love Sports. Yep. We got a lot of stuff going on with the MTMV famo. We always give them love. It's because that's what we do as fam. We got to give them love. We also want to give love to Life Show TV. They show mad love to the Not the Same Podcast, rebroadcasting us and putting us at a special slot. So thank you over there for Life Show TV. Takeover Radio, Praise 365 Radio.
It's too close, I guess.
Radio. What'd you say?
Said that boy was struggling with that slide. I guess it was too close.
I was trying to get through. I was trying to get through with you. Anyways, OIC Praise News, His Our Radio Podcast Network, and the 520 Collective. And shout out to the one word beside me, man, because we don't be letting up, man. We don't let up at all.
And like Mr. G, I see Mr. G and D saying this in the chat, man. We want to say, if you did not watch us last night, but to everyone, Happy New Year, man, because this is the last day we going to say it, because there's a time limit on you saying Happy New Year. You can't be in February talking about Happy New Year one word. No. It's Valentine's Day then. You know, you need to cut up with your snuggle bunny or whoever you got with you. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever going on.
Whatever going on. But for this day, everybody who's watching, man, very, very happy New Year's to everyone that's watching. Thank you for coming back to Not the Same Podcast.
Appreciate it.
We truly can't do it without you, man. If anybody that stayed for the Bible study last night, you know, we was told it didn't look as bad as we thought, but we was over here like struggling, like, woo.
Yeah, we was looking like Matt's headroom. I'm like robots, like we was transforming in this mug.
Stuff was coming up extra late, you know what I'm saying? But hey, we worked it out, man.
We worked it out. Also, hey, I want to say this before you keep going, bro. Folks, take the Christmas tree down.
Please.
Take the front yard ornaments down. It's time. You dig what I'm saying?
Man.
It's time.
It's time.
I'll get you to this weekend. After that, I might have to go like we used to do back in the day, man. It might be some vandalism on the Christmas ornaments, bro. We in a whole new season.
Thank you, Mr. G, for keeping 1,000. They lied to you. It looked bad. All right, man. Let's get to what's popping.
Let's go, bro.
Somebody tell me what's popping.
Hey, you know
Salute
what?
to Mr. G, man. That's
I'm happy for we get 29 days this year, one words.
Yeah.
for my real one word, so we get 29 days.
Yeah. You know what it is. All right, man. This is our What's Poppin' segment where me and Rob talk about some of the latest and greatest news within sports. We start off always with the number one sport in America, NFL news, man. Let's get it, bro.
NFL news, man. Hey, check this out. We doing power rankings or we doing news right now?
You can do both, brother, whatever you feel like.
Okay, we'll go ahead and start with it. Yeah, all right, right on. I appreciate that, brother. We're going to go ahead and start with these power rankings, man, without further ado. The Ravens are number one and looks like the team to beat. Look, man, Lamar Jackson betted on himself, and he better get the MVP this year. This better be his second MVP trophy this year after what he did to the Dolphins last week. They have the best record in the NFL, Craig, not just the AFC, in the NFL, and they're on the 6-game winning streak going into this final game, and they don't have to do anything. They can lose and still have the best record this season. Anyhow, 49ers handled their business beating Washington last week. McCaffrey is injured and will not play in the final game this week, which really doesn't matter. It's against it kind of do matter, though, because it matters for the Rams more so than it matters for the 49ers. But win or lose, 49ers still got the number 1 seed this year.
They do.
Cowboys won by pride call. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know what that is, we'll get into it a little later. The Cowboys won because pride was on the line. And there it is. Number 4 is the Dolphins. They got drowned by the Ravens, bro. But a little hole up the top. The Ravens shut that mug down.
They plugged that. Let me go ahead, bro. Carry on.
I already know, bro. Yep. Anyways, the Lions lost to the Cowboys again on a pride call. But
yes, they did.
If you look at it, we'll talk about that one a little later. The Lions dropped in the power rankings and are in a race for second place in the NFC. They're tied with both the Cowboys and the Eagles. So going into this last season, it could have some playoff implications. I don't know. It all depends because the way this hunt going, and we're going to talk about the playoff picture in a minute, it's looking real good for Week 18. If you don't watch football, Week 18 got some very, very meaningful games. Number 6 are the Bills. They moved up one notch this week from number 7 to number 6. And I keep telling y'all, there's your spoiler alert. Look, they play the Dolphins this week. If they play the Dolphins and they beat them, the Bills will now have the number 1 seed in that AFC East. Why? Because the Bills beat the Dolphins when they played the first time. Now, if they split it out, it'll be something a little different. But if the Bills win, they can mess around and win the AFC East. Number 7 is the Browns, another team that moved up one spot. They was number 8 last week. They're on a 4-game winning streak. And the 38-year-old Flacco is doing his thing out there.
Yeah.
Salute to the old heads out there still doing their thing. Because let me tell you something, man. When you got wisdom, I don't care what sport it is. When you have that wisdom and you have veteran experience, it hits way different because you're not too high, you're not too low, you're right in the pocket. Number 8 are the Chiefs, and the squad just don't seem to be able to get right. Nonetheless, they got the number. Then you got the number 3 playoff spot in the AFC right now. Number 9, Eagles, and number 9 reminds me of that what was that Netflix movie, Tyler Perry? Oh, Fall from Grace, because that's what the Eagles are doing right now. I don't know what's going on with these boys.
Sorry.
And number 10, they cracked the number 10, are the Rams, have managed to slide their way into the playoffs, and they get the 49ers on that last one. So, again, this week 18 this year.
And that's a rivalry game, man. They always play hard against each other.
It's some big games this week.
100%.
You either win or go home. A lot of them, because you got – and we can slide right on into the playoffs, the playoff pitches, man. Because you got some teams. If they don't win, I don't know if you can blow that up a little bit. But if you look at the implications here, if the season started, if the season and the playoffs started this weekend, this is what you would have. You would have the Colts versus the Dolphins, the Bills versus the Chiefs, the Browns versus the Jaguars, and then right now you're in the hunt because there's how many slots are left? I want to make sure I'm saying this right. It's 3 playoff spots over there in that AFC. So that's why you see the Texans and the Pittsburgh Steelers right there in the hunt because they could still nab a playoff spot. Over in the NFC, it's not as many playoff spots. It's only 2 playoff spots available. So that's why I say all them teams that you see right there in the hunt, that mug's super skeet, but I got it over here, my guy.
It's covering your face, brother. I mean, how big it got to be? We can't see your face, Clayton. We can't. Show us your face.
Hey, you know what, man? You do the rest of this thing.
You got it, brother. Go off. You got it, brother.
Yeah. Anyways, man, you got the Saints. So our homeboy Rick Sincere, he'll be super happy with the Saints being there. The Vikings are right there. The Seahawks are right up there in the hunt, as well as that last squad, I believe the Falcons are in the hunt for it. I can barely see the helmet. Real talk, bro. Anyways, this is what we're looking like as we get ready to go into the playoffs. If you see on that NFC side, it's win or go home for real. Even on the AFC side, it's win or go home. The Bills, right now, they're at that number 6 seed if it stopped today. But if they win this weekend, they pop up and they become the number 2 seed. So, when I tell you, this week is getting ready to be it's going down. So I definitely have. If you saw the Not the Same podcast story on all our platforms, you saw that we had all the games up and playing.
Yeah.
In the morning, that afternoon, and then at night we was on the NBA. So this is what we do out here, man.
It is what we do. All right, man. Hey, can't wait for it, man. Playoffs gonna be something crazy in the NFL, man. It's a
Something
good year.
different.
It's wide open, and Mr. G say my favorite team, the Eagles. That is Hagen's favorite team. I just believe in Jalen Hurts, but that boy been hurt. The defense ain't been great, and I think an Eagles fan would admit that they ain't looking the same.
They're not looking the same, brother.
But salute to the Eagles though, but they just ain't looking good right now. NBA news, power rankings, brother, top 10.
Power rankings for the top 10 in the NBA and the NBA news as we go on. Celtics are number 1 this week. Number 2 are the Thunder. Hey, the Thunder are doing some.
Yes, they are.
Watch out for the Thunder.
Yes,
number 3 are the T-Wolves. Number 4 are the Nuggets. Number 5 are the Clippers. They're finally getting that chemistry together, looking good now. We was talking about it at first, but the Clippers starting to look real, real good and dangerous. Number 6 are the 76ers. Embiid is back, and he popped another triple-double out there. Number 7 are the Bucks. I'm not sold on the Bucks, bro. I know they number 7, but I keep telling y'all, Giannis got one mode: drive to the basket, dunk. He has to get a midi, and he has to get in Euro. He Euros or dunks. Yeah. He needs a midi. He needs a Joel Embiid type package, if you will, to complete his all around game. In my opinion, if you want to win another chip. Number 8 on the
this
Kings.
Right quick, bro.
Go ahead.
On Giannis, man, I think it's inexcusable for an NBA player where your job is to play ball where you can't shoot. That's the thing you can work on. Now, you ain't got to be Steph Curry out here, but dog, you can shoot a 3. You know what I'm saying?
He's going a little more.
I mean, yeah, man, he need to work on it, man. But any player that do that, man, I mean, I'd say that about my own guy, like Ja, man. Like, get your jumper right, man. Like, it's no excuse. It is your job. What else you got to do? Go ahead, bro.
Yep. Number 8 are the Kings. Number 9 are the Pelicans, and number 10 are the Heat. Now, this is last week. I know the Heat are on a 2-game losing streak. But we cracked the top 10 last week, and I'm taking it one words. In NBA news, check this out, man. So look, Mr. Glass number 2 came back, and he looked real good. He scored 25, and he scored another 21. I believe they're on a 4-game winning streak. I'm speaking on the Phoenix Suns right now. But they played the Magic the other night, and maybe we should have saved this for debate fuel. Yeah. The starters had 106 of the 112 points. That's saying a lot, bro. 100, and they won. But the starters had 106. The bench only gave you 6 points, my guy.
Yeah. You know what that means?
That means they in trouble.
Yeah, they in trouble. They ain't gonna be good in the playoffs. You gotta have a bench, man. You gotta have something. Them dudes gonna be wore out.
They're gonna be super wore out. And then you got the Pistons. They snapped the 28 game. What do you say?
Ja, known shooter though. Stop.
Bars, little bro.
I ain't even mad. That was perfect timing. I ain't even mad.
Hey, look, in other NBA news, the Pistons snap a 28-game losing streak against the Raptors.
Yes,
I like the title they had on this. They said Dynamite because the Raptors are dinosaurs. It was corny, but it was one of them dad jokes that was funny to me because it was national headline that said Dynamite because they won, and then they turned around and lost against Houston. So let's see how that goes. And then the Raptors and Knicks made a trade. We'll get further into that a little later, but that's your NBA news. All
right, lastly, NCAA news, basketball's top 10 rankings for the men and the women.
It's a lot of I'm ready for you, bro. It's a lot of switching around going on. So Purdue still number 1. The top 3 are still the same on the men's side. Purdue, Kansas, Houston. They've been doing their thing. Houston been doing their thing for the last couple of years. If you notice, it's just when they get to the tourney, they always seem to choke out. UConn, Tennessee, Kentucky, Marquette, UNC, Illinois, and Arizona. Those wrap up your top 10. On the women's side, South Carolina has just been beasting left and right. Thanks. UCLA, North Carolina State, or NC State, if you will, Iowa, Colorado, Baylor, LSU, still at that number 7 spot. I don't know what that's about. But Stanford, USC, and rounding out with Texas. I want to give flowers and props to a particular player. And we always talk about, she plays in a weak conference and she does this. I don't care what conference you play in. When you're putting up numbers like this and you're hitting game winners like this, go ahead and play that for the people, see.
Here we go. Right here.
Davis, time winding down. Are they going to get the ball up in time? Clark for the win.
She cashed that thing. She cashed that thing. Boy, the step back on it too.
The step back and the form, bro.
All cash.
Wow. Go sit down. Okay,
Yeah, go sit down.
so with that being said, man, Caitlin Clark in that game moved to 5th place on the all-time NCAA scoring list. She passed Baylor's Brittany Griner with 3,189 is where she sits now. Of course, the season is still young. She's going to surpass that. There's 4 more people that's still in front of her. She's only behind Jackie Stiles of Missouri State, Kelsey Mitchell, who played for Ohio State, and Kelsey Plum, who's number 1, who played for Washington. She's behind those 4 ladies as far as the all-time scoring. But Caitlin also did something last night. She became the first D1 player, men or women's side, to have 3,000 points, 900 assists, 800 plus rebounds in a career.
Yeah.
And then, not to mention the dramatic, and she did all that in dramatic fashion last night with that game winner. So shout out to Caitlin Clark. It's funny Mr. G put that up there about did she even have a team, the rest of the team, because we got to give Caitlin her flowers. We do pay attention to women's basketball. We've been saying this for the last 2 years. Y'all better tune in, man. There'll be some good games going on.
Very good games. Yeah, Hager said, did she dribble or was the overlay just in the way? Yeah, the overlay was in the way, bro. But yeah, she did a step back move to the left and cash that thing. Yeah, she's a very talented player, man. At the end of the day, man, she gets ratings to women's college basketball. That championship game was ridiculous because she was in it, as well as LSU. But she was in it, you know what I'm saying? And her counterpart in that championship game ain't been having the same season like she has been having. You know what I'm saying? She's been suspending some old grades, all kind of stuff. But, hey, Caitlin Clark is nice. And like Mr. G said, the rest of that team is sus, but she is such a superstar that she's carrying that team. And when she gets to the WNBA, it's going to be a problem.
She LeBron and Cleveland. That's the question.
Look what your brother said.
At the same time.
At the same time. In the vein.
Higgins, I promise
LeBron
you that I did not see your comment came up when I said that right at the same time.
Right.
She's LeBron at the Cavs for this team. Will her game transition over to the WNBA? I don't know that yet. That's a whole nother debate we could put on later because the WNBA a little different and Caitlin a little scrawny. So, we'll see.
Say this, though. It said the same thing about Curry. If you can shoot, you can shoot. That jumper is trio. That jumper trio. You know what I'm saying? She get in the weight room a little bit. I mean, I'm going to keep my joke to myself. All right, let's move to the Soapbox Segment, man. We're going to move on because
Soapbox.
All right, this is our Soapbox Segment where me and Rob go off on 2 minutes on whatever's on our mind. Rob normally does sports topics. I normally do whatever literally is on my mind, but we never know. It may be something different today. You have a timer that look like this, and when it's over, you got a buzzer that sounds a little bit like this right here. As tradition, I always let my brother Rob go first. My brother, is you ready?
I think so, man.
Let's get it.
Fair weather fans. A fan who only pays attention to the favorite team when they are performing well. Yeah. Look, people, if you were the squad, win, lose, or draw, stick with them. Stick with them regardless, one word. Yeah. I'm tired of this. Look, I'm a Heat fan. Sir. I'm a Duke fan, regardless of what. That's me. C is a Memphis Grizzly, a Memphis Tiger fan because he's a Memphian. You dig what I'm saying? And I'm tired of hearing these bandwagon fans.
Come on.
You don't believe me? Look, where are my Laker fakers at? The Laker fakers. Where y'all at? We gonna win the chip. We got the in-season tourney. Now it's crickets. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, it's not a knock on the Lakers at all for the true fans. Even if you're a LeBron fan and you like players, I respect that. You know what I'm saying? But LeBron is a competitor. If you're a real sports fan, you understand he wanted that inaugural championship. Fact. It's to add to the legacy of his GOATness, if you will. Patriot fans, where you at? Where you at? I don't know. Detroit fans, Detroit basket. No, I don't hear it this year. Warrior fans, where y'all at? I don't hear nothing about the Splash Brothers. You want to know why? Because like Steph do every game, then fell asleep. You dig what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying.
We ain't been hearing none of that this year.
Now let's flip it. Now on the flip side, Where are these people? Man, I've been a Thunder fan since they had KD and they had Harden and they had Westbrook. No, you haven't. You didn't even know Harden was coming off the bench. You don't even know why Harden wanted to leave. My point of this rant is this, man. Salute to all my real fans out there, because now sports is going on all over the place. Win, lose, or draw, rep your squad regardless of the record, bro. Look, I rep my squad. When C team didn't have Ja, you know what I'm saying? Because he went on a little mission and he had to sit down for a minute. Guess what? He was still wearing Memphis stuff, man.
100%.
All I'm saying is stop being a fair weather fan or a bandwagon type guy. And just like sports for sports, man. I'm tired of the foolery.
Yep. Let me salute to the people I know that's been on this show that's always been fans of their team. Hagen, salute to you for being an Eagles fan. Long as I known you. Mr. G, salute to you for being a Patriots fan. Long as I known you. And D has been a Chicago everything fan for real. Long as I known her. So big salute to the true fans that my brother was just talking about. Okay. My soapbox is this right here, man. Listen, so I talking about these people. You ever met somebody that don't like a movie because there's a woman lead? You know what I'm saying? Remember Wonder Woman? You know, it's like, Wonder Woman was good, but, I ain't like the way this or whatever. Captain Marvel, you remember the movie? It's like, man, it was good, but or, you know what I'm saying? Caitlin Clark, that was nice, man, but, who was she playing against? You know what I'm saying? Or they say something like that because what kind of dudes hate women? Like, where you from? You know what I'm saying? Now, if you part of the letter community, I'm not talking to you. Exclude yourself from this conversation. But to us normal dudes, how you gonna hate a woman? Oh, them dudes, you see a woman like what's the vice president's name? What's her last name? Miss whatever. Our vice president, African American young lady. I don't like her. I don't like this and all that. Like, so anytime there's a woman that do something that's kind of strong, or, that do anything that seem like they have a little power, they kind of feel like intimidated. You weak jellyback sapsuckers. Stop being so scared of a woman being strong. I got a strong woman. I'm happy. I didn't want no weak woman. I don't need no chump. You know what I'm saying? I need a real woman. I don't need no, yes, sir, man. Man, that ain't real, man. This ain't coming to America, one word. You know what I'm saying? Don't be all intimidated because there's a, you know what I'm saying? Because there's a strong woman. This is 2024. They different now. Man up. That's what we got to do, man. All that crying. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand that, man. All that crying. You ain't right, Mr. G. But all that crying, man, I don't like that, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be so intimidated by a strong woman. Like, it should not be crazy. And listen, there are women in sports now. Get over it. Get your pride out of here. There's a lot of them know way more than you, one word. Get over it. Learn. Study. You know what I'm saying? Don't be mad. Well, she only there because she pretty. No, that ain't always the case. Sometimes she there because she's smarter than you. So that's mine for today. One word. Hey, let me say this when I mentioned Kamala Harris. Look, dog, I'm not saying who you should vote for or whatever. I'm just using the example of a strong woman. So don't y'all come at me. You whatever you is, super Democrat or super Republicans or whatever you is. What'd you say, bro? My bad.
Salute to her for being at the Celebrity Bowl. If you don't know the Celebrity Bowl, it's the HBCU championship game. Real big. So salute to her. She did come to the A for that.
Big salute. All right, man, this is our Debate Fuel segment when me and Rob go back and forth on particular subjects. We always have a time that look like this. We go, sometimes it get heated, very few times, but you never know. You never know. You might be surprised today. Like I said, we got time to look like this. We got 5 minutes. When it's over, you hear a buzzer that sounds a little bit like this right here. Our first subject, as always, during these great few weeks of the year, the best part of the season, the NFL season. We always start with NFL, Impress, Depress. We're starting with NFL Week 18, NFC, AFC, Impress, Depress. My brother, is you ready? Let's start with the NFC. Who are you impressed with in the NFC?
Let me tell you something, man. The Packers and love, because we wrote them off. Like, we wrote them off. They beat Kansas City, and they kept winning, and they kept winning. And if the playoffs started right now, if it ended today, the Packers will be playing the Cowboys this weekend in the playoffs. So shout out to the Green Bay Packers, bro.
All right, I'm going to say I ain't liking a lot, man. I'm going to say Detroit, man. Even though they had a terrible loss that I hated, and we'll talk about it a little bit later, man, I still respect them. I respect them, man. This is their year. They achieved a lot of things. So I'll go with Detroit, man. I would say the Cowboys, but I just don't believe in them for real. You know what I'm saying? Every time they play somebody good, they kind of get kind of. All right. NFC depressed, my guy.
Sorry, Higgins. Eagles. How? Why? To the Cardinals? I mean, I know it's any given Sunday, but
That's a very bad loss. That's a very bad loss.
That is a horrible loss.
It's a very, very bad loss, man. And I'm sorry, Higgins, man. I ain't trying to dump because I know I ain't trying to dump on you, my guy. But yeah, I had a lot of faith in the Eagles. As you see, Mr. G been getting on me earlier because I talked about them so much earlier in the year, man. But I don't know what's happening right now. Hopefully they can come back, get it back together or whatever. But they ain't been looking good. All right, AFC impressed, bro.
Let me tell y'all something, man. If y'all didn't watch the games, I said this is what we do. The
Yes,
Ravens are killing it on all levels. Offense,
100%.
defense, special teams, coaching, play calling. They are killing it right now. They're on a 6-game winning streak, and they are in their bag. And it shows having the best record in the NFL right now.
I'm going to go with the Cleveland Browns, man. Big salute to Joe Flacco, man. Resurrected his career. All of a sudden, he's back, man. He's looking like a very good quarterback. Me and Rob was talking about this offline, man. And this year, you either have a superstar quarterback or a vet. Anything in between ain't working, man. A vet OG is winning this year. It's not just him, man. It's quite a few vets that's playing right now. But, man, they're very, very impressive, man. Salute to the Browns. For real, bro.
Yeah, no doubt.
AFC depressed.
Listen, man, AFC balled out last week, and all the bubble teams that needed to win, they got their dub, right? But I am depressed with the classlessness of the classlessness of the Denver Broncos organization on how they handling Russell Wilson. I'm sorry, I'm thinking look, man, we criticize these athletes who want out. Like, we'll criticize the Hardens, and they see stuff that we don't see, one words. They know how it is and how they just played him and benched him. This is just a glimpse of what you get. I'm not saying Russ is what he was in Seattle. What I am saying is the way that they handling this situation, Sean Payton and all of them, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Y'all going to treat Russ like this. He going to be gone. And then next year, Sean Payton going to have another losing season. And then what y'all going to do? He going to be out of there. Go ahead, bro.
I'm be honest, man. This is looking real close to the R word. I'm serious. Like, he's very, very disrespectful to Russell Wilson. Now,
it's classless, bro.
Now, he ain't been playing that great or whatever, man. But when they was on that winning streak, who was the quarterback?
Yeah.
It was Russell Wilson. You know what I'm saying? And he was still taking little shots. When he first got hired, he got to stop kissing babies and all that. Like, dog, what you want? That's what he is. You know what I'm saying? I hate when coaches try to mold a player into what they want instead of finding the attributes of that player and mold their offense around him. Look at the Ravens. We was talking about Lamar Jackson. When they finally stopped trying to mess up this dude game and make him this and make him man, look, this is what he is. He runs and he throws that ball. You feel me? And I don't like that, man. And I just think that it's a bad look, man. I'm gonna bring this up because I know the voice is a Broncos fan. He said, yeah, benching him and trying to cut him is wrong the way he helped bring the team back. Exactly, man. It's a bad look, bro. That's a bad look. All right,
it is to the fullest.
Yeah, that was your depressed in the AFC, right? My depressed, man. I'm gonna go with somebody that's not even that bad. The Kansas City Chiefs. I'm depressed with y'all. Like, y'all shouldn't be looking like this. You know what I'm saying? Can one wide receiver ever catch the ball? Like, ever? Ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, they doing all type of crazy stuff. Patrick Mahomes getting out of pocket. Andy Reid trying to fight with Travis Kelce. You know what I'm saying? Everybody mad because they putting Lil Mama on the screen too much. Taylor Swift.
Swift.
It's like they all kind of messed up, man. Like, something ain't right. And for the first time ever since they championship run, they're going to have to start out on the road. And we're going to see how much different it's going to be when they're not in Arrowhead Stadium out there in Kansas City. It's going to be very, very different, man. So
I agree with that one, bro.
All right, man. That's our impress depress for the NFC for the NFL. All right, moving right along, man. NBA impress depress. We always start with the West. Who are you impressed with in the West?
Let me tell y'all something.
G,
hey, folks. OKC and SGA is here. Like, this is not the exciting team we saw last season who they made the last spot in the play-in. Look, they just ran the Celtics out the building last night.
They did.
Out the building. Holmgren is your rookie of the year. As long as he don't get hurt, you're looking at your rookie of the year. Victor who? Yeah, not him. This is what I'm saying about SGA. He may be the most complete, and I'm saying this. SGA may be the most complete point guard in the NBA. He is averaging 31 points on 54% shooting, 5 boards, 6 assists, and 2 steals per game. You give me one point guard shooting at that clip, that many points, and still distributing the ball to his teammates, and he's making everybody better. Yo, OKC definitely my impress, bro.
My impress, man. I'm gonna say I'm gonna go with the LA Clippers, man, because they are known for always being injured and never living up to potential. But this year, Kawhi Leonard has played a bunch of games. You know what I'm saying? Russell Westbrook was the bigger man and decided, no, I'll come off the bench. I'll be the energy guy, and everything is falling into place. If they actually play together and stay like this, they gonna be a problem. They gonna be a problem in the playoffs because they got basically 4 superstars. You know what I'm saying? They got at least 2.5 in their prime still. You know, now Kawhi kind of got half a leg, but he's still cold. He's still averaging like 24. That man, nice.
Yeah, he nice.
You know what I mean?
That midi nice.
Yes, sir. Deep press in the West, bro.
G. Mr. G says NBA won't allow Chet because they hype Wemby too much.
I'm gonna be honest, man. Chet is better to me right now.
Yeah.
Now, Wemby may end up better, but Chet right now is better to me, in my opinion. For the long, gangly guys.
That college experience really helped him. My West Deep press, the Blazers, man. They look good when Scoop put the binoculars on. You know what I'm saying? Like, my man put them, I don't know if y'all saw him, he got a fro and some binoculars where you can see up the street. Like, that man better not ever in life say, I didn't see my teammate open in the corner with them joints. Because I looked through and got dizzy with my glasses. I went to the Twilight Zone. So that's my deep press because they still can't win no games.
All right. My deep press in the West is the San Antonio Spurs. Listen, man, we talked about this a couple of weeks ago. Popovich, you're a Hall of Fame level coach. Listen, dog, I know, like, man, look, listen, I know you ain't got a lot of talent, but you supposed to be a Hall of Fame level coach, dog. 5 wins, bro. 5 wins, and you got the next face of the league that everybody wants to be the face of the league. And listen, Wemby is skinny. He nice. We played him last night. He real nice. This dude shooting 1-leg 3-pointers. Like, he real nice. And he a beast on defensive end. Like, they're not playing him right. And they're not even playing with a point guard. Like, bro, what? What is this? Anyway. All right, man. Eastern Conference impress, bro.
Over in the East, I'm impressed with the 76ers, man. Embiid and Maxey is going to be a problem in the playoffs.
100%.
I know we 100%. Early right now, but Embiid is in a zone that I have not seen him in. And Tyrese Maxey, he is so happy my man is out in Clipperland. Because now y'all can see him playing, and Tobias Harris is doing their thing. Like, they have a complete team all the way around. Yeah. And, I'm impressed with the Sixers.
Yeah, I'm going to say I'm impressed with the Boston Celtics, man. They still, to me, I think they almost, I ain't going to say a shoe-in to win the championship, but I think they're going to end up in the finals, man. Like, that's a very complete, good team. The trades that they made, I don't know if they was overly popular when it happened, man, but they fitting very well. They fit like a glove, man. You know what I mean? For real. And,
Kristaps Porzingis, man, is looking super good.
He is making a very, very big difference.
He's back to that unicorn status. Remember when they was calling him the unicorn and all that? He's back to that status, and then he doesn't have to do nothing but go out there and play. Like,
that's right.
Kristaps is. I was watching the game the other night. He put a putback dunk down and looked at my man like, what you want? You know what I mean? He wants to smoke now. I like that.
And you give this, I give him this too. Some Europeans, and the label is kind of faded away of Europeans being soft because Jokic ain't nothing about him soft. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
But although Porzingis is skinny, man, he with it though. He with it. He with the banging. You know what I'm saying? Now he ain't the best banger down there, but I'm saying like he ain't running from no contact, man, for real.
No, not at all. Not at all.
All right, deep press in the East, bro.
Man, Nets on a 4-game losing streak. That's all I can say. They got too much talent to be where they at. The Nets right now, man, they got a record of freaking 15-19. I don't get it.
Bad look.
But we got a long way to go.
Man, I'm depressed with Detroit Pistons, man. Yes, they finally got a win after like 24, 25,
28. 28.
Monty Williams. You need
to be
fired.
They was trying.
You need to be fired. Period. I don't care how much money they paid you, dog. Like, that's embarrassing. Both of them, him and Pop, are supposed to be considered these high-level great coaches, man. I mean, that's trash, dog. I know coaching don't do everything, man, but like I say, coaches try to force their system more so than look at what I got and change it. Me and Rob did a little bit of coaching this year, and you can see, okay, this person got this talent, this person got this talent, and for that particular game, you need to expose this. That's what coaches do. You don't sit there and say, well, I got this system, and they run my system, and he don't fit my system. Listen, you'll be gone before the players be gone. Just saying, dog. You'll be gone before the players be gone because players, they investing way more money in them players than them coaches. So
they will.
It's a bad look, man.
I'm curious on why Monty has such a
good name. Oh, I know why.
It's not necessarily a good name. I think why I don't want to use the word leash or rope. I don't like neither one of those when we're talking about black coaches or any coaches for that. But I want to know why he has so much leeway. Let me put it that way. For the mess up, and I get it. Good. I'm happy because normally our black coaches are fired when you lose 5 games in a row.
Right.
So for him to lose 28 straight, they win and then they celebrate like they won the playoffs, and they're still keeping them there. Salute to the Detroit upper management because I mean, who you gonna go get? Because if you put in the intern coach, you still got money. So they kind of stuck, but they need to start doing stuff around Cunningham. You know what I'm saying? Like Cunningham is the guy.
Yes, he nice.
Run your offense. You gotta implement some type of offense that is your focal point.
To me, I think they have 2 primary players that they can build around: Cunningham and Jalen Duren. The big man they get. The big man is nice, and I mean Cunningham is the superstar, but Duren is the dude inside. The dude averages like 12 or 13 rebounds, second year in the league. So, but I think that, and we'll wrap up and move on this, but. As for him, man, I really think that although I'm for black empowerment for coaches, I think I'm empowerment for people that coach good. I don't want just black empowerment just for any old coach because then you got bad black coaches out there. Guess what you won't have no more of?
Black coaches.
Right. So we need coaches
to be handling their
business. Yeah, man. All right, we're going to move on, man, because we just going to move on. We got other stuff to talk about. All right, next question. Were the Lions dumb for going for 2 twice to win the game instead of going into overtime? Were the Lions dumb for going for 2 twice to win or instead of going into overtime? Mr. Davis, what you think?
I think this, man. Lions are playing with house money right now. They're in the playoffs for the first time. You know what I'm saying? Had they won, they would have went into this week with the number 2 playoff spot. I get that. But they're still number 3 and they're tied. It's a 3-way tie between them, the Cowboys, and the Eagles.
Yeah.
Now, here's the deal.
Yeah.
They play the Vikings this weekend. That's a divisional foe. We'll see what happens this weekend. I got more on it, but go ahead, bro.
All right, my opinion, were they dumb for going for 2 instead of going for the win? Yes, in my opinion. I think they were dumb. Because you keep playing, you got a longer opportunity to win the game instead of that one play. But do I fault him for it? No, I don't fault him for it. Because they didn't win for other reasons. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just, okay, the play didn't work. He said the guy didn't check in, but he was over there by the ref. It's real sketchy looking stuff. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, we don't like to pull out the 10-4 hat a lot, but, you know, me and Rob, my brother Rob was arguing with the owner of MTMV for about my whole ride back from Memphis to St. Louis this weekend. They were going in on my text message, bing, 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 because them brothers going in. But I agree with Rob on this point here. Jimmy Johnson got inducted into the Ring of Honor that weekend, right?
That game.
You know what I'm saying? That just seemed real suspect, man, because I don't know. But anyway, I do not blame him for going for it. Now, if I was the coach, I probably would have just took the points, went to overtime and tried to get that win. But I do not blame him because that's the type of coach he is. You know what I'm saying? And D said the word.
D.
That's Jerry's house.
And okay, so this is what I said. My 10-4 hat moment, what I said to
even the boy said it was the Zebras.
This is what I said. I said there was no way in the world Jimmy was going to get inducted to the Ring of Honor. You at Jerry's house, and you was going to waste all them man tears with the how about them Cowboys. It was not going to happen.
That's right.
How in the world you got 3 refs right there, and they walk up and they talk to him, and they be like, nah, he didn't check in. Number 68 checked in.
Come on,
but number
bro.
70 didn't check in. And number 79, well,
but
we don't know what that one word was talking about. He was talking about what restaurant. They was all standing there, at Jerry's house.
Right.
Come on, bro. It is nowhere in the world. How about them cap, man? That ring. When he said, "How about them?" I knew what he was about to say. When he said it, I was like, "Oh, these one words is one." It is no way in the world, and they tried to give it away. I'm gonna tell you what happened. This is exactly what happened. Jerry up in that owner's box.
Yeah.
Hey,
hey, boy.
God. Hey.
And he was calling a non-African American boy. Yeah, boy. Hey, boy.
Know where you at. Know your place.
Know your place, boy. You never work again. You know what I mean? All right, Mr. G. I agree with Mr. G. How could he not hear? 68 say he was eligible? Why didn't they throw the flag immediately? There was a big delay before the flag. Exactly. Bingo.
That's all I'm saying.
Bingo.
That's all I'm saying.
Bingo.
Now, on the flip side of things, if he did it on purpose, if the playoffs started today, the Lions would have to play the Rams and the Cowboys would play the Packers. Maybe the Lions don't want to play the Packers, because you have to remember it's a divisional game, and the Lions do not look good in their division. They don't look good when they play the Packers. They don't look good when they play the Vikings this weekend. I don't think so. It could be some play in that, but at the same time, yeah, them Foot Locker guys, because them wasn't real refs that night. Them was the guys from Foot Locker at the outlet mall out there by DFW. You dig what I'm saying? That's who was on the field.
All right, Hager say, ain't this the coach that was talking about biting kneecaps and stuff? He was supposed to go for two. Yes. That's why I said I understand. He is that guy. That he was being him as a coach. I knew when it got time to go for two, he was going to go for it. Me personally, if I was a coach now, I would have took the points and went ahead and went to overtime and go get that win. But I get it. I know the aggressiveness of being a go-getter type coach. I get it, but nah. But anyway, like we say, I think it was the Zebras, like the voice said, man. The Zebras, man, because they had that game won, man.
I think, and with the coach, I think what he knew was, if we go into overtime, we ain't getting this.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's no way in the world we're going to overtime. Again.
Right.
Yeah, it's no way in the world. We got to this point, we going for it. And that was it. And shout out to him for being aggressive twice. Oh, you dig what I mean? Like, he didn't care. He spit his guns. But like I said, when we first started this debate, the Lions are playing with house money, bruh. They are. Everybody kept saying they're going to be good last year. They're going to be good this year. They're going to be good. They're going to be good. They're going to be good. But guess what? These one words are 11-5 this season. They're good.
That's right.
They won the division.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, to wrap it up, man, I just think other things kept them from winning, man. It's a funny story, real quick. My father is a lifelong Cowboys fan. I'm watching it with him. He don't really like to watch sports. He only watches when I come into town. So I'm sitting there watching it with him because sports going to be on. I'm in the house. I'm sorry. Love y'all. Love the Lord too, but we're going to watch sports. But anyway, so we sitting there watching in his living room. You know what I mean? And they get down to the last play, and he get up. I said, man, where you going? I got to go to the restroom. He want to see that last play. He come back. What happened? I said, y'all lost. Man. I said, nah, y'all won, but y'all supposed to lose. That's what I told him. I love my pops, though, man. Salute
That's how I be with them Duke games, bro. Like, I can't watch them.
All right, next subject. Does the Knicks trade for OG Anunoby shift things in the Eastern Conference? Does the Knicks trade for OG Anunoby shift things in the Eastern Conference? Mr. Davis.
Can you hit our favorite? I put it in my song.
No, you put both of them in there.
Soapbox. No, I put note. Just put my note. Yeah, this note.
No. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. I forgot about both of them are in there.
I was like, which one?
I so forgot. No, it don't change anything. And I'm gonna tell y'all why I'm saying that this Knicks trade don't do anything. Okay. I think the Raptors won in this trade, to be honest, and this is the reason why. The Knicks traded for two more forwards with a team full of threes and fours. That's all the Knicks have are threes and fours. They have 4 point guards now. You know, you got Brunson, what's his name? Malachi Flynn, who just came down from Detroit, and 2 other guys. I think Josh Hart's over there. And then the other guy. They have 9 forwards and 2 centers.
Yeah.
It made absolutely no sense unless they're trying to do something at the trade deadline or some contract dumping, because I don't know what the contracts look like. But both of these teams are in the middle of the road. The Knicks are 18-15. The Raptors are 13-20. So I think the Raptors kind of came out more on top than what the Knicks are doing.
I have a high opinion of what's your boy from Duke that came from the Knicks?
RJ Barrett.
I got a higher opinion of RJ Barrett than most people do. Now he's going home. He's going to play for his home country. I believe home city.
His home city, and he was a fan of the team.
But he's nice. I like R.J. Barrett. His star didn't blossom as quick as Zion and Ja, but his star is still blossoming. He gonna get better. You know what I'm saying? This dude didn't score all them points at Duke on accident.
Right.
Just any old body don't be balling like that at Duke with Zion on the floor and Cam Reddish on the floor when Cam Reddish used to be good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like he still was nice. Right. But also, Mr. G, he can speak to this because he's a Raptors fan. I'm not the hugest fan of OG Anunoby. I think he is the NBA nerd favorite player, right? But how nice is he? But we'll see. I don't think he's going to move this big needle for the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? Like, Bronson is still that dude on that team. That's going to be another role player. Bro, to me, he's just another role player. Now, he's a big one, 6'9", and he can shoot. Big salute. I'm not saying he ain't bad, but I think the biggest thing, like Mr. G said earlier, they really wanted to get rid of Siakam. You know, Spicy P. Why would you call yourself that? You're a grown man. Spicy. But anyway, they want to get rid of him. And because him and Big Barnes can't go together. The young Barnes they got on their team. So
Scotty Barnes.
Yeah, Scotty Barnes. But I'm just not I'm not the hugest fan of OG Anunoby. Not that he's bad. I just don't think he's this dude that's gonna move the needle. Like, I mean, I just don't think so. Go ahead, bro.
And Mr. G, you could put. I think
he just said up here. He said he's a solid defender, but very robotic. That's my thoughts. Like he ain't no dynamic player. He's a system player. You know what I'm saying? So he plays defense. But he's big. You know, so he ain't finna D up no point guard.
He's not gonna D up a point guard. But Mr. G, I want you to think about this on them getting rid of Anunoby and Precious Achiuwa and Malachi Flynn.
Yeah,
putting them out the way. You got to upgrade at point guard at Quickly. You know what I mean? Because Quickly is nice. Yes. He knows the floor. He can run the system. And what I think is going to happen now, you're going to be able to see Scotty Barnes and Siakam play together. Why? Because now the floor can spread, and you got a true point guard in Quickly who can do so. And Barrett knows how to play his lane, playing around a bunch of big men. Anunoby being so robotic, it clogged up the middle, which forced Siakam to have to force threes up, or it forced Scotty Barnes to have to try to find his way to the hole, and everything was all jammed up. That's the reason why, y'all at what right now, 13-20. But watch and see what I tell you. From here on into the All-Star break, watch how they started sending in their record because now the floor can spread with quickly having a true point guard. That's your biggest thing. You got an upgraded point guard who's been under the tutelage of Brunson. Because Brunson, if he was doing what he needed to be doing, he would have been paying attention to what Brunson was doing. And he can take that same attitude up to Toronto. And R.J. Barrett, let me tell you something. You got a happy player right now. You actually got a player who wants to be.
Oh, he got pride to play for that team.
Yeah, he wants to be in Canada. And you don't think this man, hometown, he a fan of the squad, used to go to games as a kid. Man, this dude about to ball out because he at home. You dig what I'm saying? He at home, bro. I think it's going to be nice.
But I do think, like Mr. G is saying, Siakam, if you ever watch Siakam play, he do spin move all the time. They call that boy a spin cycle. He always spinning. But, yeah, he got to go. But, as for the trade, man, I think it moves the needle for Toronto more so than the Knicks.
Yeah,
that's the point.
I agree with that.
And I think it got promoted like the Knicks got so much better. They're dangerous right now. No, Toronto got better, in my opinion. Toronto
ain't no way in the world the Knicks got better and y'all got 9 forwards.
Right. They all can't play. And you know, OG already is kind of injury prone. And you know, Tibbs ain't worried about no minutes restriction. You finna play.
You playing, bro. He gonna run you into the dirt. Fact,
I'm watching Derrick Rose right now barely move up down the floor playing for Tibbs. I already know, man. Hagan said he gonna suck in his own time. We'll see, bro. All right, man. We'll see. We move on to the next thing.
Ain't no pressure.
Yep. Last subject for tonight. Does Alabama losing prove Georgia should have been in the playoffs? Does Alabama losing prove Georgia should have been in the playoffs? Mr. Davis.
Yes, because I said this. Alabama has not looked dominant all season long. I've been saying this all season long, and when we got here, they put butts in the seats. Yeah. That's why Alabama went. Now, don't get me wrong. It was a close game, bro. Like it came down to a missed block. A kid missed the block, but the block should have been missed at a different bowl game. I talked about how many bowls last week. Listen, whatever bowl you wanted to put them 1 words in, that's where the block should have been missed at. It shouldn't have been missed in these playoffs this year.
Yeah, I don't know if it proves that Georgia should have been in there. I just think Georgia should have been in there. Whether that happened or not, Georgia still, to me, in my opinion, I think Michigan is very, very good. I think the next best team is Georgia, and they ain't playing. They won 63-3. Is that right?
It was
Florida 9. That was a broke down Florida State, and I get it. But
they had 29
that doesn't
players
make.
out,
I just think Georgia had won like 28 games in a row. You know what I'm saying? They lost one game and got put out. I just think that Alabama. I just think Alabama wasn't that good. Their quarterback wasn't that good, man. Jalen Milroe, he didn't play good that game, man. They was having snap penalties, just doing a lot of stupid stuff, man. Like they had a good momentum going. Then they started getting penalties. Because in the second half, they came out, they started getting that groove, running the ball. They was jumping up like 15 yards a run. Like, they was doing that thing. All of a sudden, started getting all them penalties. That was game, set, match. But Michigan, man, I think they team of destiny this year. But that, man, I know it's not on here, but that Washington team, that quarterback, Penix, that boy nice.
Yeah.
If you watch that game, that boy, NFL arm. He dropping that thing long distance, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with you.
Right,
wholeheartedly.
he didn't follow his pulling guard. He said Miro ain't follow his pulling guard.
Well, he did on that last play. He didn't.
Right.
He didn't. But the bottom line is this: Alabama shouldn't have been there because they lost. They just shouldn't have been there. But I know why they were there. It was financially speaking, getting the most money out of your bowls, out of the 43 bowls that they had this year.
You know, yes sir.
Yeah, it's crazy. They shouldn't have been there. And as far as the 63-3 blowout, they had 29 players opt out of that game for a number of reasons: transfer portal, NFL draft, etc. I don't want to play, my feelings hurt. It don't matter. The one worst just didn't go to the field. And when you playing the third string squad and Georgia still beefed up, they should have won 63-3. But this is not a black eye on Alabama, not necessarily shouldn't have been in there. It's a black eye on the NCAA that they need to fix this transfer portal thing or whatever.
Yes.
You need to stay. If your team make a bowl game, and I hope they get rid of them, you need to stay until the season is completely over unless you are declaring for the NFL draft.
Right.
And even still, back in the day, NFL draft or not, you played in that championship game. You didn't play it wasn't no games about opting out. And with NIL deals, what? You scared you're going to lose what?
Right.
He might get injured. You just got one word. You got a $4 million NIL deal that can't be pulled from you. That's bigger than your rookie contract signing bonus.
Right. Yeah, man, I agree with that part, man. I just think that that they really need to address that. They really, really need to address that concerning that transfer portal thing. You know, I need to really, really get that together. Excuse me. But, you know, speaking on this is the last subject we on tonight. Who you got winning the championship, bro?
I went against Washington because I didn't think they were that good.
Yeah.
And it was still it was close games on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Washington got some big boys, bro.
They do.
They got an NFL. I'm talking about NFL size cats.
Yeah.
And I want to put this out there. I did call Michigan winning beating Alabama. I was wrong. I thought Texas was going to blow Washington out. And the fact that they didn't, the Pac-12 may bring it home this year.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm opposite, man. I'm going to go with Michigan, and here's why. Because Michigan plays old school football. They run it down your throat. And Penix looked very, very good without that pressure on. I know that's the only way you can say his name. That's his name. Michael Penix. That's his name. It's a terrible name.
No, it's the way, never mind.
But too much hand movement, bro. But yeah, so he looked
too much wordplay, bro.
He looked good. He looked very good in the game while he was playing the game. He looked very good in the game. But I want to see what it looked like with the real pressure on him. You know what I'm saying? Because I think Michigan gonna run the ball down their throat. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna. I know.
Thanks, Mike.
He gonna run. They gonna run the ball, man. They gonna run the ball the whole game, man. They just gonna keep running that ball. So we'll see. We'll see what happens, man. But let's get out of here, man. It's too much.
ever thought I like what these guys are doing with this podcast? I can help support them. How can I be a blessing to them? Look, man, you know we are two silly one words, and we do this. I don't care. Anytime we get on this, we gonna be who we are. If you don't like it, then hey,
100%.
this is just not the show for you. But if you do like it, hit that like, subscribe, and notification button so you know anytime we go live. You know what that is, so that if we do an impromptu from the championship game or another big trade and we decide to come on, you'll know when we're here. You can also hit the Cash App, cash sign, not the same podcast, or go to the website. I have to update that joint. I'm not going to lie. Go to the website, and you can see the last 3 episodes of our Bible study, of the sports show, and our Faith and Music show, which will be on tomorrow exclusively on YouTube at 6 p.m. Central, 7 o'clock Eastern. The reason we are exclusively on YouTube on Thursdays, we always want to present positive and Christian music to you guys who've never heard it and expose some of these artists that y'all have never heard about. It's some dope music out there. And if we go anywhere else, they'll flag us. But YouTube, hey, it show them brothers and them sisters some love. You did?
Big salute, man. So, like Rob said, we'll be back tomorrow with another Music and Faith show. Be here 6 o'clock tomorrow night, man.
Yeah, man.
With that being said, I'm C-Micah.
I'm Rob Redeem.
We out, man. We see y'all tomorrow.
Yeah, man.
Christ lives in us, so we gave us the strength, so we gave us the power, so we he's showing out, that's why